hello, ladies and gentlemen, and we are here today. We're here today. We are in front of the camera. We are talking. We are not shying away. We are not crawling under a rock or crawling under a rock in this scenario. That's not happening here. We're confident in our personal beliefs and our opinions and what we think, even though we play around a lot and have a lot of comical, just conversational moments. And maybe that's what's going to happen here today. We're going to have some conversational moments here on the show, for sure. There's a lot of things that have happened. I'm sure some people have seen what I'm talking about. If you have not, that is fine. You are going to be brought up to speed today. Up to speed. Do y'all know what that means? That means when a driver or a team is running subpar, they got to get brought up to speed. And I'm talking about up to speed things. A level, a system, a benchmark of what is and what isn't up to speed. We're in the sports talk or sprint car talk. One of the very few people, I think I'm understanding why nobody does this. I think I'm understanding why everybody's scared to say what they think in this racing world and put a face to it. Hell, you can go to Twitter and all these fake names and profiles, the Wingos of the world, and you could see what some people think, but they hide behind an alias. There's only a few people willing to put their face with an opinion. There's only a few, and I think we're starting to understand why. There's some reasoning to it. I'm not going to say soft, but maybe so. Maybe we can inspire some people to be able to handle criticism today. We've talked about this previously. And people have always said to me, well, Chaz, you know what you do and being successful at it and doing this and that, you're going to influence people to do it or want to do it one day. What do you say to them? I've had kids and people of younger ages say, oh, what's the hardest thing, or how do you become this, or what do you do here or there? This is number one on the list, guys. Anyone who aspires or thinks about doing what I do, like it happens in other sports all day, Monday through Friday on our TV screens, the Monday morning quarterbacks, thousands and thousands of shows across the country for regular sports, but those sports are matured. Those sports have matured to the point the players in them understand this is how it works when the spotlight is on you. But in this little racing world, for those who are interested in talking about motorsports, there is an issue in that area. And if you want to face that issue in that area, you can't be scared of pretty much anything. A mob of people. Can't be scared of a mob, a group. You have to be able to put your mind into what you think and kind of be okay with criticism on a grand scale. You have to be okay with everyone friends last week, people here, people there. You have to be okay with everyone turning their back on you and coming at you in a personal way, whether whatever you did or said was personal or mean or cruel or not. Once again, be sure to ready to receive what you produce. I mean, it's a yin yang situation, but you could try to, and this is why I don't really care of what people think of what I say, because you could try to be the nicest guy in the world, and it still don't matter. Somebody's going to find something wrong with you. So rule number one in wanting to put your face on a camera with an opinion of anything in life, in the world, period, you better be ready. You better be capable of facing criticism across the board. And the NFL guys and the baseball and the basketball guys should be influencing our guys to be able to be capable as well. But I'm not so sure we are. We're not matured as a sport. Maybe me in this whole era of dirt track racing, and is it going to become big? Maybe me being here, being not even a touch of what some of these people say about their stars. Oh, they degrade them. Oh, my God. Go look at what they say about LeBron and Patrick Mahomes and Kelsey and Swift, the personal relationships. They're going after boyfriends and girlfriends and all kinds of shit. Well, I'm not even touching a 10% aspect of that. But maybe I can help bring y'all along in a little 10% fashion to where if this sport does mature, that maybe this is a part of the little, rock'em sock'em robot black top training of that. The shade tree mechanic version of maturing to be able to handle criticism one way or another. And I'm fine. I open myself up to it all the time. Having an issue with Kaylee Bryson the other week by saying what I think. That's fine. She doesn't have to agree with it. And when I open myself up, and if anyone wants to choose to do this in the future, you have to be willing to receive the same back. You have to be okay with people not liking you. And the only way you're able to do that really is self-belief, confidence, understanding your rights, understanding the difference between rights and rules. You have a right to say what you think as long as you're not accusing somebody of committing a crime, more than likely. That's about where you start stepping over boundaries, is when you start accusing criminalities. And you also have to understand your rights as a person in this position, that you have the right to say what you think, and there will be intimidational tactics placed into your opinion to try to intimidate you to restrict that right. So, for instance, you have a right to say what you think. You have a right to disagree with what someone thinks. But when somebody wants to fight you, for instance, because of something you said, or somebody makes a post and tries to rally up a group, and in that group there's people expressing how they want to fight or do something for the in particular individual that you are pointing out towards, you can be linked as a reason if something was to happen with the particular individual at any point with some of the individuals listed in the comment section. Now everyone is linked to that criminality because it's a criminality. There is a right to speech. There is not a right to attack. There's laws. There's jail. There's a line drawn in society. No matter how much your society or your personal society, in your mind of how it should be, the societal norms and the rights and the laws in our society surpass your personal belief. So it's a very tit-tat-toe kind of situation. Make this move, make that move. Some play chess, other plays checkers. Some just see red and go. Some just see red and go. When it's supposed to be green. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? I got something to say. I really do. I really, really do. And we're going to break down this entire scenario. I think you're going to like what happened here. And oh my God, we did not crawl under a rock today. We are coming out with it. See you on the other side. Have you been searching for that next level upgrade? Ready to invest into something that is in it for the long haul? Well, look no further than the composited innovations provided by Prime. These customly crafted pieces are handmade by former Jason Johnson Racing car chief and Prime owner-operator Clyde Cadet. Prime Composite Innovations is located centrally in Missouri and is looking to provide that big-time performance at a fraction of that big-time price. For additional information, visit prime-composites.com today to see what they have to offer, as well as their stable of current full-time drivers that trust Prime with their ride. For the future of innovations, with the properly composited type, you can depend, move forward, and rely on Prime. You know, as that Prime commercial played through, my attitude towards this situation that I personally feel vigilant in, that I personally could continue down and make a case or self-defend myself in this scenario. I think I'm going to do something that other people should learn too, and that's throttle down sometimes. You know, anger can encompass you to say and do things that you probably shouldn't, you know. Um, Passion can do that as well. I'm very passionate of this sport. People are passionate of their children's success. People are passionate in all different aspects: fandom, promotions, media, everything. You know, every this is a big passionate sport, and I think that's why some of the voices, reactions, and things can be so extreme, because it honestly is very rare when that passion for this sport is rewarded. Very rare for everybody. And it is difficult sometimes to say what people think but are afraid to say, because you have to be willing to encompass that passion that you are even speaking up about or against or for whichever element you're coming from. And that's why it is slightly different than these stick and ball sports, especially with the scale it is. And maybe the scale of this sport is why it is so sensitive. Because this sport in itself is a representation of passion, ability, talent, all these things, effort, hard work, determination. And the sport, in my opinion, is rarely rewarded. You know, that's the basis to my element of even doing any of these things. It's because I believe overall this sport is not rewarded for the effort, passion, and talent, and just a list of things that it has. It's not properly rewarded. And this subject that I was about to get going on potentially needs to be rewarded for once. No matter who's right or wrong, no matter what perception or perspective or judgment or result is worth having. Are those victories or are those rewards? Victories come and go. Rewards are stable. So I'm going to throttle down. I know, right, guys? I know you're used to the Chaz just hitting the fucking cushion and rolling and wreck it or win it, right? That's what you get here is, on the Chaz usually, is that Sheldon style of commentary and speaking and mind. Just roll with it. Just go for it. Throw every damn slider you can to try to win the damn race. But in this particular situation, I think it's time to just roll the bottom. Maybe in just like some of these other influences and even some of the inspirational influences, you know, influence people to take a different route sometimes, to be patient, to anticipate. It don't matter what they're doing up there on the cushion. If it looks like it's good, if it looks like it's grand, doesn't mean it's the right way to go about it. And hell, even me getting on here and willing to go down a 30-minute path of proven innocence or proven righteousness or wrong or right or comparisons, is that the right way to go about it? It would just be an intimidated reaction, right? You already know I ain't scared to go up there and ride the wall and flip it out of the park. You just anticipate that I'm going to. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I know there's a big question mark out there in the society. I'm not even going to reference what it's about. But hopefully, this can influence some people. And even though the truth behind being vigilant and self-belief and defending yourself and belief, once again, just self-belief in your ability to go out there and ride that wall and do it, you know, those things are very true. But there also has to be more than just one tool in the tool belt. And there's different ways to work with things. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we could just wrap this video as a rant of psychological adaptation to things that happen on a daily basis. The reactive mind, very important. Reactive mind. Possibly the hardest part of everyone's mind to adjust or change is the reactive mind. That's why it's preyed upon on mainstream media so much. But anyways, thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Like the video, comment below, share it around if there's any style of a true message in this. And as always, be sure to subscribe. We will catch you next time. Look, another must-have product for some of you out there, and I have hands-on experience in this now, is the optics from Deathridge Certified Opticians. With drivers like Jonathan Davenport in the late model world and Donnie Schatz in the sprint car world utilizing these HD fog and glare resistant lenses, they have racked up millions of dollars, yes, millions of dollars on the racetrack, especially JD. This same technology can be utilized in the world outside of racing. When I got my pair, my biggest notice in using them is driving. Previously a nice scene of mountains or just some country prairies or trees or lakes or something as you're driving down the highway would be somewhat of a blur at extreme distances. But when I put this pair on, I feel like I could see the leaves on a damn branch from a half-mile away. The scenes and views are just literally enhanced. At night, it used to be horrible in trying to either drive in the rain or dodging white-tailed deer in the middle of the night, leaving these tracks that are located in BFE. But with these optics from Deathridge, the anti-glare technology meant for the racetrack transfers into defeating those horrific LED lights on the egotistical maniacs out there in their 2004 souped-up pickup trucks on 35s. Whether you already have glasses or think you may need some, this is the way to go. And he supports motorsports. I mean, this is a full around 100%, good for you, good for him, good for everybody in the motorsports world. And with the wide range of styles I saw within his shop, it opens the possibilities to all walks of life inside and outside of racing. Call Greg today at 940-733-2843 or visit deathridgeopticians.com. DeaTherage opticians.com. And hey, let them know that you heard about them on the show.
This is how we ride, this is how we do.